Hi everybody, today I'm going to just show a new resource or a new tool that we can use in the school called Diigo. Some of you may already be familiar with it, but for those that are not, Diigo is a social bookmarking tool. In other words, it allows you to find resources online, create lists, and easily share those lists. It also allows you to create groups where people can together form lists on a particular topic, which allows for new types of assignments and challenges in school. I think it could be a pretty interesting experiment or challenge for a class. Now, to get started with Diigo, we'll first have to install the Diigo and create an account. The first thing you're going to want to do is visit www.diigo.com/tools/Diigo. Once you go there, it'll have whatever browser you're using. It'll give you a link thing down here, and all you have to do is called the Diigo. It's a very special type of bookmark that is not like a normal link, but it brings up a pull-down menu. So you can take this link, or this bookmark, and actually drag it up into your bookmark bar, and now it appears up here. If you do not have a bookmark bar available, what you can do is on your browser somewhere in the settings, usually in the bookmark settings, you'll be able to activate it. So for example, in Google Chrome, you click here, and then you can go to bookmarks and make sure that it's checked off saying show bookmarks bar. Once it's there, we're going to click on it, and it'll give you the option to sign in or create a Diigo account now. We can click create Diigo account now because I'm assuming most of you have not created one yet. Once you are here, you will choose the free one. We are teachers, not millionaires. $5 a year? Yeah, right. No, we're going to create a free one because later on we're going to be able to upgrade the free account to an educator's account. But you first have to create a free account. So simply click that and create a new account. So you're going to give yourself a username, email, password. You've done it for a million things. Here's just another username and password that you have to remember. I, fortunately, have already created a Diigo account, so I can click here and sign in, which I will do quickly. Okay, I am the Manly Librarian, and my password is something. There we go. All right. When you log in, you will be given a couple basic bookmarks that were put there by the Diigo team. I have used it a little bit, and I have created a few lists and created a few groups. One of the things that you'll want to do right away is to learn how to create a list. Okay? So on the left side of your screen, you are going to see lists. Okay? All you have to do is create plus list. Give it a name. So I'm going to name mine Giant Squid. Okay? Now, you can make it public or private. Public doesn't mean that... public means that everyone can see it and it's searchable. Private means that you can still share it, but people won't be able to find it randomly by searching. So I like to usually keep things private, and I'll add a description. I'll just do giant. This will appear as kind of a subheading under the title of the list. So giant squid rule. All right. Exclamation mark. Okay. Great. Okay. I now have a giant squid list. That is currently empty. Okay? But that's easy to solve simply by finding resources on giant squid. Now, I'm not going to really be searching for things that are hyper meaningful right now. These are just examples. So I will open up a new tab for that. First video of a giant squid. We'll do 3 bookmarks. And giant squid Smithsonian. Excellent. Okay. So now we wait. There we are. So here's the Wikipedia entry on giant squid. Say this is a resource that I would like to share. I can click Diigo. It'll load a pull-down menu. It's a little slow right now. Okay. Once it is opened up, you can click bookmark. Oops. Looks like this video is auto playing. There we go. Let's pause that. Go back to Giant Squid. You can give the title of your link. So Giant Squid Wikipedia, the Free Encyclopedia. That's a little long. I can just say the Giant Squid Wikipedia. Set to private. Description, once again, write whatever you'd like here. You can give tags here, so it's easier to find your links later on. So you can search for these. Think of this as a keyword addition. So you can have squid. I don't know what you want to put in here. Kraken. Who knows what. Okay. And you're going to say add to a list, pull down menu, Giant Squid. So because I'm doing this assignment on Giant Squid, I click Save Bookmark. Now, I can also say, as I'm reading this and I want to share this link, say I don't want to just share a link. I want to give a little bit of information about what's on this page to the people who I send this list of links to. One thing you can do is you can highlight. So you can click highlight here. You could even do a pull down and choose what color you would like to highlight in. I'll just choose yellow. Okay. And I'll just say we'll highlight that. And we'll go down here and we'll highlight something about the size, just as an example. Okay. Now those things are highlighted. And we can also add sticky notes. So, and I'll show you what the difference is. So highlighting allows you to share words from the page, and sticky notes allows you to share things that you might have to say about this particular page on your topic. So I might say, this is a great place to start. Exclamation mark. There we go. All right, post. Okay. Now this site is done. I've bookmarked it, all that. Let me see here. Let me see what we got here. What are these sites? Okay. So now this is a cool video on Giant Squid. I'll bookmark this. Just simply bookmark. I'll go down here, Giant Squid, to choose my list. First video, Monster Squid. First video of a Giant Squid. Okay. Doesn't need all this other information there. Save bookmark. It's saved. I can close it, and we'll say, let's save this one too. So we'll say Diigo. That'll open up. We'll bookmark this page. We'll put it in Giant Squid. Save bookmark, and maybe we will highlight the passage. Whoops. There we go. Okay, good. There we go. Let's close it up. Now I can go back to my list. That's Giant Squid. Now I haven't refreshed it. I've been on this page. I haven't left this page. So let's refresh it. And oh, there it is. Here are the 3 links that I created right away. And now one of the cool things you'll be able to see is that, so here's my Wikipedia entry, Giant Squid Wikipedia. Remember I highlighted a few things? All you have to do is click here. It shows what I highlighted. And it also shares the post-it note that I made. So I can share things that that were words from that page, as well as things that I've created. Okay, it's quite interesting. So here, pull down that, and there's what I highlighted from my Giant Squid, that page too. Okay, so say after a while you create your list of whatever it is, 8 resources, however many you want to have. To share this list is quite simple, okay? So here you have list info. You can print it out and you can edit the list, or you can trash the list, but you can click here, which is this little square with the arrow next to it. And you can, there has a couple different things you can do. You can Twitter it, you can send this, you can share this, which will bring up like 1 million, I think if I remember correctly. It brings up like 1 million resources through which you can share, platforms through which you can share, 90% of which I have no idea what it is. But there is right here a permalink, okay? And you can copy that link, or you could also get the link from here too. It said permalink. So there's the link. Okay, you can highlight that, copy it. Now you can put that on your ed line or in any way share it with your students, and they have immediate access to this list. And even after they have access to this list, you can continue to add and edit resources that you discover. It's a great way as a way that's almost like a replacement in many ways for a web quest. Okay, I really think it's a lot of fun. Now this is creating a list and sharing a list, which is a very teacher-driven exercise. Okay, however, there is something that will allow you to create more student-driven work, which is in groups. Okay, so my groups, and you won't be able to do much with my groups or with groups at all until you first, hold on, let's just get to groups, okay? Until you first decide to upgrade to an educator's account. Because if you're without an educator's account, I think you're only allowed to create one group total with very, not much control over it at all. So to create an educator's account, you're going to go premium, okay? But don't worry, we don't have to pay anything. You're going to scroll down here. Now, there's all these options for paying and whatnot. But what we're going to do is, you see down here the small print. It says, want more details about the plans as well as education specials? Heck yeah, learn more. All right, so click here, and you're going to see, once again, free, social, standard, professional. Now there's a new one, teacher for educators. Okay, and you can click that. Now, I've already done it, so it shows that I have the account. It will ask you for an educator's email in the registration process. And what you are going to do, because the Harford County Public Schools email is not recognized as an education email because it's it's hcps.org instead of .edu, is that you will it first tells you that you have to send them an email request. However, if you send them an email request, they give you an automatic response that tells you to simply use the account that was free. All right, so your free the username that you created when you opened your free account at diigo.edu as your email. So don't put your personal email in there or your work email when you go to create the teacher's account, but put that username that you created when you created a free account, the @ symbol, and then diigo.edu. So for example, mine was Manly Librarian at diigo.edu, and within 24 hours or so, your teacher account will be approved, and you will be able to do a whole heck of a lot with groups. So let's go back to that My Groups button up here. Okay, I created a couple test groups, and what this allows you to do is to create a list that is open to students. So let's create a group quickly right here from this blue link. You can give your group a name. Okay. It'll autofill in the group URL. So testy. All right, whatever. So now you can write in the description here. Make sure you choose Education K through 12 because this is what will allow you to add students, okay, and create student accounts if necessary. Private. I'm going to say searchable. Do not list the group. You can. Maybe you decide. You might tweak some of these settings in the future. Not do it the exact way that I do it. This is just the way I do it. Invitation only is how to join. Who can invite new members? Only group moderator. And then 176. Prove you are not a robot. So you can create a group. So I just created a group called Testy Testy. All right, go to the newly created group, or you can, hold on. All right, you can also choose to go to invite people from that point. Okay, so you can go to invite people. All right, now what you'll notice is that it tells you to do it through external emails to invite. So if we're adding all the students in a class, it's not immediately obvious how to do it, because this is invite by external emails, invite through your email contents, or invite through Diigo friends. Well, if they don't have a Diigo account, you're going to have to create accounts for them, which there's a link up here to do. So create accounts for students and add them to the group. However, if you're say this Diigo becomes very popular, students have email or have Diigo accounts, you're going to have to invite them via email or some other means, okay? But for us right now, we're going to create student accounts. So create accounts for students. Click on that. And it's pretty straightforward. You can enter their names separated by commas. So you can just say Michael J or Cindy S. So you can say first name, last initial, however you want to put it in there. You can also import a CSV file. I'm not sure if we have the means to produce CSV files from class lists or anything like that. Not 100% familiar with it. You can also have that option. Once you click create, it'll give you a list with your students' usernames as well as their passwords. You can print that out, and it'll be an easy way to give them their usernames and passwords. After you create that list, you create those accounts for the students have the ability to go back and change their password, or I think even change their username if they see fit. You know, they could change it to something that is the same as their username and password that they use for the school computers. Make it easier to remember. One less thing to remember. Okay, so what's cool about that, once they're invited, they have access to the particular group. So I created a Mariner library group, and I created a few imaginary students and whatnot. And what's nice is, so right now the only students that are active in this are myself and the library technician, and you can see that I can add resources and she can add links, and our names appear to whatever next to whatever we edit or add. Okay, so here you see highlights, and here you see sticky notes where it says I did it, or Miss Melanie D added this one. Okay, and this allows students, they can comment on each other's links that they find, and they can kind of communally develop a list of resources for a particular topic and discuss maybe whether or not they are reliable or what's useful, or they can create their own highlights that appear to all of the other students. It has a lot of potential, okay? And I think it would be a lot of fun to experiment with this with different classes. That's essentially most of what Diigo can do. There are also features that allow you to edit and manipulate PDFs, but I fear that this video is already a bit long, and if you wish to learn about that, you can talk to me in person. And yeah, that's all. Have a great day, everybody.